Zdravíme vás z démonického studia CI Games, kde tady Tomáš Gop představuje hru Lords of the Fallen, hardcore, takřka hororový RPGčko. Tak se zeptáme Tomáše, co nám vlastně ukazuje.
The most important thing for us is this is the first time ever that we're allowing people to play the game. It's Catacombs. It's one of the fragments that generally you get to play around the middle of the game, but you can unlock it earlier. If you want to, it's just going to be more challenging. But generally you have to defeat the boss of this area around the middle of the game. This is when it's sort of pushing the story forward.
Jak víme, Lords of the Fallen je RPGčko, které je silně orientováno na tvrdou akci. Mohl bys nám o ní říci víc?
Our main purpose in the way that we're trying to design the game and our main goal, the dream I would even say of the dev team, is to try to bring this very unique and special feeling of satisfaction, of reward when you overcome a really, really big challenge, because this game is challenging. It really has a challenge stacked really high up, and that feeling, it's extremely addictive. I had that a couple of times because I like challenging games, and the tricky part is we try to identify as many of the frustrating or punishing elements as possible and tone them down in this game so the challenge is on the same level, but it's not frustrating as many, I won't say all because it's not possible, but as many of the mainstream players as other challenging games would. And in that means that if people will find that feeling on a level that they did not before, because of the fact that Lords actually allowed them to complete the challenge, I'll be a happy man. And all dev team will, I promise that.
Je to tak, že při souboji je víc důležitější stamina než zdraví?
I would say that the energy that you're using in this game and managing that energy is probably the most important element to manage in this game. I of course have played that kind of games for quite a long time right now, so it's pretty much in my muscle memory, and that is also what differentiates guys that have not played that kind of games ever from the ones that have. Like I have seen guys, I've even spoken to some of the guys that played this fragment in 10 minutes because they're like fully aware of playing that way, and the stamina is like most of the time they don't even have to look at the energy, we call it energy, at the energy bar, because they know they're running out of it, and this is cool. This is extremely good feeling because you feel you are becoming proficient with the game mechanics. I wish everybody that.
Na začátku hry jsem si vybral postavu a povolání a překvapilo mě, že nejsem omezen při dalším výběru různých typů zbraní a zbroje.
Yeah. The most important thing that you are locking down at the beginning when you're choosing the class is the spell tree. So when you're a warrior, you're going to be brawling through enemies like through butter, just increasing your damage, even if you take a hit. When you're a cleric, you will probably want to use regenerative spells. The rogue guy will probably just a quick, stealthy assassination style. And this is what magic is for. It manifests your playing style. But apart from that, the character attributes, the statistics, or the gear that you're using, the craftable with perks and quite complex element, these are totally class independent. So light armor, but very powerful spells, you can use that. Or heavy weapon with light armor, you can use it. Battle mage, warrior assassin, you can just come up with types of builds that you want to create yourself, and we love that idea.
Hned na začátku hratelné ukázky jsem se zbavil silného nepřítele tak, že jsem ho nechal propadnout do studny. Budou takovéhle alternativní způsoby likvidace časté?
I mean, it's not going to be the most important and prominent feature of the game, so don't expect that every 5 meters, but still there will be, that's why it's a good example, there will be exemplifications of that every here and there, and you will see that it's possible, especially for things that might feel like a spike in a difficulty, to overcome it in an alternative way. But there's a consideration that every player has to do for himself, because if you dropped this guy and threw the wooden planks into the huge well, if you dropped something, you would not get that loot. But at least you live on, right? You commit. So it's a choice of the player.
Viděli jsme především boj s chladnými zbraněmi. Jakou roli mají ve hře kouzla a magie?
Especially in the build that you have in here today, you can level up your attributes, you can choose to level up magic, among other attributes, but if you focus on magic, your spells become powerful, even on top of the fact that they already are powerful from the very beginning, because they are supposed to be, to feel like a smart bomb that you carry in your backpack and you throw it when things get hot, but of course it consumes a lot of magical energy, or mana, however we call this, and that means that you won't be able to spam them frequently, and that means that when you level up your magic, not only these spells become more powerful, but you get more of that energy. So at the end of the game, it's quite possible that you will find a situation where you can throw the spell twice. That would be rewarding, and that would feel like, okay, I've grown as a magical type of player, you know.
Poslední otázka se týká tvého předchozího působení v CD Projektu, kde si dělal producenta Zaklínače 2. Co říkáš na 3? Už jsi ji viděl?
I didn't get a chance to see the full presentation at CDP booth yet. I don't know whether I will have time. I'm quite busy, and I want to, because, you know, talking about the game that I'm working on is very good experience. But I really think that CDP is up to a very, very spectacular and good game. I just hope I'll be able to check it out because it looks amazing.
Mohl bys detailněji popsat soubojový systém pro lidi, kteří zatím neslyšeli o Dark Souls? Teda o Lordech.
I already make fun of it. There was a time when I was stressed about it, but right now I just laugh at it.